Good evening, welcome back to Slip Grip Simracing here on YouTube. We're here for round 5 of the Renault Clio Cup. My name is Andrew Welbourn, and as always I'll be commentating this evening for our Wednesday night racing. Also got Anne Brown in the commentary chat with us.
Good evening.
How are you doing, Anne?
Yeah, very well, and how are you?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. So, Ant is our designated safety car driver for this evening, as well as doing a bit of co-commentary with me to keep me company. So, you just did your first installation lap of the circuit in the last session.
I did.
Know where you're going?
I believe so.
Oh,
Got a lot of corners this circuit. Lots
Yeah.
of places to fall off as well, even in the safety car.
Yeah. So, as I say, we're here at Cadwell Park, which is a local circuit to myself, about 20 miles down the road or so. And a place I've been many times throughout the years, mostly for superbikes, but a little bit of club racing as well with cars, especially historic Gold Cup for cars. Oh, as we see John getting it all wrong there through onto Chris Curve. Just going to say is I was going to try and do a lap with someone at some point. I'll wait for Paul to come round to start his lap. I think there's probably going to be a bit of field spread tonight by the looks of the practice times. It's obviously a very technical circuit to learn, but we'll wait for Paul to come to the end of his lap. Just trying to see how many drivers we've got tonight. 17, so not too bad.
Yeah, with the technicality of the circuit, there's lots of changing gradient here. Lots of funny blind corners and lots of places to put it up your friend's backside, shall we say, if you get it slightly wrong going into one.
Yeah.
It should be quite interesting racing. I do expect to be deployed fairly regularly. So.
Yeah, it's obviously very narrow as well. So I would say for these Clios, the best overtaking opportunity, as we see Paul go slightly airborne there, which is probably going to be a feature this evening. Let's get an on board. Oh, actually, we'll go on board. So they're coming out of Barn Corner then onto the start-finish straight, which isn't really a straight. You can see it curves all the way. In real life, it's actually a little bit more of a curve than that still. But anyway, come into Coppice. Turn 1, which is flat out in these cars, and then into Charlie's 1, up over the crest of the hill into Charlie's 2.
I'm impressed you know the names.
Oh, I've been enough times. So this is Park Straight, and as you can see again, it's not really a straight, it's just a long curve that goes down and uphill again.
I think a lot of people are going to be remembering these corners as in, I crashed there on this lap, or I crashed there on that lap.
Yeah, so they've just gone through Park Corner, and this is Chris Curve, so we've got a long right-hander here, and then this feeds into the gooseneck, so you've got the right-left chicane here, which will then go downhill into Mansfield Corner on the left. So yeah, slowing down a couple of gears for Paul, and he's going to get held up a little bit on this lap. So we've got the long run down under the bridge, and this will take us into the bottom of the mountain, so it's a chicane here. Oh, Paul trying to stick to the left and using all the curves. That's going to slow him down over the mountain, and in fact he's abandoned his lap there. So we'll finish off with Matt Davis. So Matt Davis goes into Hall Bends here, so it's a series of left, right, left, and then finally into this hairpin before we go into Barn Corner again to complete the lap. So, evening Andy, just a comment. So, oh, Matt Johnston actually has gone past. Sorry, so as I've been obviously watching the onboard lap, Matt Johnston has snuck himself into the 39s and gone provisional pole position at the minute. And we're already down to the last 6 minutes, so there's not too much longer to go in this session. Evening Chris, good to see you.
Well, Jake Biggerstaff down the back there.
So
3 minute 19 lap. Must be an out lap, or he's had a big off.
I would
Stuck
say
himself somewhere in the grass.
his out lap has been his only valid lap so far. I know Jake was explaining earlier that he was playing ACC with some of his work colleagues last night, thinking it was Monday, and believing he had tonight to be able to practice for the racing, and then realised it's race night. So yeah, Jake messed up a little bit with that.
Well, trial by fire.
So yeah, definitely sending it. I know John has not had previous practice prior to tonight, and to be fair to him, has already gained 6 seconds on his first lap that he did. He did a 1:49, so he's already 6 seconds faster than where he was at, which is good going.
Excellent stuff.
Dave Rose just moved up into 10th, the medical driver at Castle Combe that we all saw on Monday, and he gave us lots of waves. Every single lap he went round, he was one-handed going through Quarry Bend at Castle Combe, waving at
wave at
our
Dave.
group. So, wave at Dave has been born. I'm waving now, but you just can't see me on the camera. So, Tom has just has he just gone up into 3rd, or did Rob usurp it? I know Rob Fowler's just got himself up the timing sheet as well. I noticed Rob coming back now that he has no ballast again. We'll just get that in. Rob, not a fan of running ballast in the cars, so yeah, he's got himself into 2nd with that nice light vehicle. Matt Johnston actually having 25 kilos, so he's doing pretty well. Paul,
yeah, especially with the hills around here as well.
Yeah, Paul is currently the heaviest car, so Paul has got the full 35 kilos of ballast in front of, excuse me, in front of Tom, and then Matt Johnston. Matt Cross has got 20 kilos. Matt Davis has got
good time as well.
Yeah, Matt Davis
is all the way down, 1:47.2.
Yeah, so he can't have had a clean, proper lap in. Where's Harrison? Harrison's surprised with his lap. Where is Harrison? I haven't seen. 41.1. It's not a bad lap, to be fair. Certainly well in front of your dad anyway, Harrison, which is the main thing.
Certainly is.
But yeah, there's it's probably not likely to be as close as we used to in these cars as Matt Davis moves up to 7th, so it's a more representative time from him. Yeah, just with the nature of the circuit, the guys probably haven't done as much practice as they would have done the last few weeks, with it being the bank holiday weekend, and there was quite a contingent of us all meeting down at John's farm over the weekend and at the racetrack, so I think people have been busy with that rather than practicing these Clios, but anyway. Hi, Amy. Comes to collect the dog bed, sorry. So, meanwhile, we have 2 minutes 20 of this session left to go, so not much time for these drives. So, Matt Johnston, who's he got behind him? He's got Joe following him fairly close, so as Matt and his lag ping issues continue, they just saw him float through the floor, so that's
there we go again, yeah, like the Titanic, waiting for him to split in 2.
So hopefully that steadies itself a little bit. He has done a router reset and that apparently, but yeah, that didn't look the greatest. Paul's just improved himself as well, so he's gone up to 3rd position, got himself in front of Tom with a 39.8. Where's Dan actually? Because I know Dan Lewis was quick, he's on a 40.2, but I'm pretty sure he's been quicker than that in the practice sessions. So I'd be surprised if...
he's in 6th currently.
Yeah, be surprised if he's not slightly faster than that. But then doing it in practice is obviously different to doing it in the quali session when you've got the pressure of trying to get it in on this quali session.
I bet you have.
So we keep an eye on Paul. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to let me know about people's sectors and that at the minute. I really want
With it being such a long track as well, it would be reasonably handy anyway. It's the last lap for most people coming into this.
Yeah, exactly.
So, a big cut of the curb there by Paul. He obviously knows where he can take track liberties.
Sending it into Hall Bends there. Well, Matt Johnson's just
it's looking clean.
Yeah, if they go too far to the right-hand side on that last part of Hall Bends, it makes the car jump. So if you stick to the left, the car tends to go light as opposed to jumping. So the guys will need to be careful through there. So Paul does improve his time actually there. He gained another 10th, but it didn't move his position.
He's less than 100th behind. Well, less than a 10th behind.
And he's
whole position there at that time.
He's given
Tom's
up on
also
that.
very close.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Quali's over, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Paul had another lap to go though. He made it across the line before the end of the session, so he could have had another go at that.
Maybe he ran out of fuel or was on a low fuel run.
Maybe say he gave up on it. So Ross Parker's definitely not going to improve there. He's on the grass. We've got Jake coming round for finish another lap off, so we'll stick with him for now to see if Jake's able to improve his time at all. A couple tenths would potentially give him 2 positions. Oh, he's very sideways into the bottom of the mountain there. So it's not the cleanest of laps through there. I'm not sure how he's done on the rest of the lap so far. We'll stick with it. He's certainly not giving up though, so I can't imagine it's too bad a lap, otherwise you would have expected him to have pulled over by now. Comes out of barn corner onto the start-finish straight for the final time in this session. No, and he doesn't improve, so we're just waiting for Ben Hanks now, the last car on a qualifying lap.
Did I see Matt Davies go out again after the timer had finished?
Yes, he has, but he's already completed the session according to my timetable. So whatever he's doing,
was the last car.
Yeah, whatever he's doing. He's actually following Ben. They might just be trying to get another lap in. Maybe he's done a bit of a tweak to the setup.
It's nothing like last-minute setup changes.
You've got to love him. So Ben crossed the line, and that should finish the session.
No improvement there.
Yeah, so no improvement. Craig, who is racing, is also in the chat. I wonder who's not practiced. Well, it looks like you, Craig, looking at your lap time with the rest, but there may be a bit of carnage in this. We will have to see. But turn 1 and that, well, certainly the first couple of corners are probably going to be quite tight for everyone. It's obviously a narrow track, as we say, and the first corner is fast. It's actually flat out in these, so there's going to have to be a bit of give and take. But yeah, there'll be a little bit of a countdown as we wait for the race to start.
Yes, I don't seem to have the countdown timer on my...
No.
Yeah.
The lights will appear with 10 seconds to go. But, yeah. So as I said, there's round 5 of these. We've got... might as well just plug some other stuff. We've got our Positive Slip Boys race on Saturday evening. A teams event, 2.4 hours. At... Which track's it at? And do we know? Donington, isn't it?
Donington, yes.
Donington, yeah. So it's at Donington.
I can't say I've actually practiced for that yet, because we're running in the SSRI.
Oh, there's a car.
Oh dear, who was that?
Who
was that?
That's John.
Was that Farmer Internet?
Yeah. And his wheels are buggered there. So what we're doing with John. Do you want to ask in the chat
Sure.
what's going on, what we want to do? Yeah, so John has actually left the server. I think he's going to come back on. He might be able to get back into position, hopefully. In which case, actually, we might even be able to just do a reset. No, he's there. Is he on the grid? Let's have a look.
So Johnny has to be back onto the grid.
Yeah, he's okay. That's good to know. Yes, sorry. So we'll come back to what I was on about, which was yeah. Oh, I would go back to it. We've got the lights on, so we're getting ready to race, which is what we want to see. So should be getting ready for the 5 seconds as the lights come on. It's Matt Johnston and Rob Fowler on the front row. Who is going to get the better start? It's looking fairly even at the moment. Matt will have the inside line for Coppice. And we'll see them come up into Charlie's one. So Rob Fowler's going to have that inside line. Matt will try and keep it right round the outside. Paul also looking for the outside. Joe touched the grass
on
there.
The grass.
Yeah, managed to recover it, Joe. So Matt does indeed get that move completed round the outside. And Paul is also having a look at Rob Fowler. We've got Dan Lewis looking at getting in on the action as well as Rob outbreaks himself. He's going to go wide and onto the grass. So he's going to lose two positions. He's going to lose three positions.
Maybe 3. Yeah, 3's been done.
Yeah, that's Tom Simpkins up through as well. Just have a look a little bit further behind. I saw Ross Parker and Jake were side by side as well. I think that's Ross Parker possibly making a move there. Meanwhile, we'll just come back to the front pack. So a terrible start for Rob Fowler in that, really. He's gone from 2nd place. He's down in 5th now. Just that one slight mistake.
And Joe's been overtaken by Dave Rose.
Yeah, Joe also having a terrible start. Saw him at Charlie's 2 clipping the grass, and Charlie's 1, sorry, clipping the grass and getting sideways. Oh, he's very sideways again in Hole Bend. Ben Hanks followed him as well. I think everyone's going to concertina up, but they've all got away with it.
I can't believe we've had a first lap without someone falling off.
Excellent from all the drivers. Really good driving. Everyone's been patient. They've known where the spots to overtake are, etc. As Matt Davis in the background having a look at Toby Owen.
He's had a terrible start.
Yeah, he's dropped right back. I didn't see.
He was up in 7th or 8th, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but he's going to go wide. He's going to go on the grass. He's going to have to be careful of the rejoin. And Toby Owens also
Toby Owen takes
him.
avoiding action and falls off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunate there, but the guys are going to carry on for now. So we'll cut back to our leaders. So Matt Johnston 8/10 up at the moment over Paul, but we'll have to see how that pans out over the next couple of laps, whether he's able to maintain that gap or indeed extend it. Paul got a couple car lengths on Dan Lewis, so he can afford to run his normal lines and not worry too much about defending. It's coming into the bottom of the mountain here. Just see it staying nice and tidy, everyone. Quite a lot of curve from Dan Lewis there.
Yeah, looking a bit further back at the times, John Walker's right on the back of Ben Hanks.
Yeah, 2/10 between them. Oh, Matt Johnston's going to get that wrong. The car's sideways, but he's managed to get it turned into the hairpin. But he's lost that advantage. That was 7/10 or so that he's lost.
He must live in Tokyo to recover a drift like that. Oh, Harrison Fulton has fallen off, tumbling to the back of the grid.
Oh, there's Craig. Yeah, Craig's had an incident there. And yeah, Harrison, as you say, has dropped right off the back of the grid as well. So.
And Toby Owen?
Where is Toby? Yeah, Toby's miles behind. He's 17 seconds off. So Yeah, he's obviously had a bit of an incident somewhere. Kind of expected it this evening. Just with the nature of the circuit, it is a tricky beast to get right. So we go then into Park Corner. Paul's still trying to chase after Matt Johnston. All these guys just got those couple car lengths between each other at the moment. But it's going to be so easy to make that one little mistake.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge how steep the hills are here, especially turning into this corner here.
Yeah,
really hard on the brakes, very easy to go off.
The cameras, as always, don't do it justice. As Jake Biggerstaff's losing lots of positions, so he's obviously had a bit of a spin somewhere. Yeah, you see the cambers through Hall Bends as well. There's not really any part of this. Oh, as Rob Fowler was well into the air there. That was, yeah, leaping through that final part of Hall Bends. As we said, if you go too far to the right-hand side on that final sort of left-hander, it does just launch the car into the air. But thankfully, he managed to get it recovered before the hairpin. So,
well,
yeah,
we're nearly at qualifying lap pace now with Matt Johnson's time just then.
Yeah, in the 39, so Matt able to just get a little bit of an advantage again. Oh, is his internet's gone?
And he's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back at the front. It's certainly not going to help these guys with trying to race if that's going to keep happening. So I hope it's not going to be the case. Just keep looking. Yeah, everyone else fairly spread out. This is definitely the closest group.
Yeah, fair play to Toby Owen to keep on circulating. He's doing well. Oh, who's that? Tom's off.
That was Tom going wide. Tom is second heaviest car here, so he's got 30 kilos. Rob behind him is starting to apply the pressure with no ballast at all for this evening. Tom keeping it nice and tight through the first left. It's quite key actually. If you can keep it over to the left hand side, it gives you a better run through the right and keeps the momentum going up the mountain. Oh, as Tom gets the car into the air as well.
Fantastic to watch, even though it's through a computer game. It is amazing.
Yeah. But he's gained a lot of time there actually, and he's right on the bumper of Dan. Don't think he's
Tom and Dan have been racing together for years, so they'll know each other pretty well and what sort of moves will stick and what won't.
It's a touch of the grass.
Yeah, Dan takes the grass.
Yeah, but hasn't slowed him down, so he's okay at the moment. Going to try and carry that momentum as much as he can on to Park Straight. He's going to have the slipstream as well. Is he going to look for the sneaky snifter here? Not quite. But he is going to look on the outside. Oh, there's contact with the rear.
Turned him.
Dan Lewis is going to hit Rob.
Oh.
And Rob onto the grass, so...
Safety car?
No, there's not enough cars. We need 3 cars. Everyone has recovered and got going again, so...
That was...
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah. We'll not make comments. We'll leave it to afterwards if there needs to be any tickets.
I have a yellow on my screen.
You have a yellow on your screen. Toby's still circulating, so just had a quick look. Yeah, meanwhile, Matt Johnston has just extended that gap a little bit. It's just over a second now. Paul desperately trying to keep up and get back on the rear. Oh, Rob Fowler. Or is that fallen foul, I think, to the jump. And he's lost... what's he lost? 3 places there. He's gone down from 4th to 7th.
Yeah, so that...
Oh, Joe's tumbling as well. Joe's done the same.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
And Matt Davis has as well. They've both had an absolute nightmare. Two best mates there. So
well, now they're best mates at the back.
yeah, they absolutely tumbled down the grid.
I wonder if there were separate incidents.
Potentially, they're both at the hairpin, but yeah, they could have done it separately, no doubt. I do love this shot. It does give you a bit more appreciation of the elevation changes from the end of Park to the top of Charlie's. Just see Dan, who's got Ross Parker for company now. We know Dan's got good pace, but Ross is doing well. He's obviously Dan's fallen towards it. Oh, Dan's on the grass. He gets it wrong again, but he manages to recover the car. Just keeping the foot planted in that front wheel drive.
Really well to keep it in 5th place after that incident earlier.
Yeah, could have lost so much more, but it was nearly recover the car. You could see the car was squirming and got a tank slapper on, and yeah, it was just unfortunate in the end.
Yeah, Matt Cross doing well as well. It's,
yeah, he's
in a bit of no man's land there at the moment. He's forcing on. Whoa, hey!
Nice little Scandi flick. Going into the hairpin, so Dan just starting to stretch his legs
wide
again a little bit, I think. As the guys at the front have spread out a little bit further. Rob Fowler's looking at getting on the back of these guys again. And there's Dave Rose in the background that you can see. So I think Dave is our top AM driver again, in front of Ben Hanks. So Ben is currently in front of Harrison as well. So yeah, the 3 AM drivers. I was going to say it'd be commentator's curse that I click on Ben and he goes wide, but he just about keeps it on. And he's he's got Harrison.
He's got Harrison and Jake behind him. Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a pressure cooker.
I think that was calling off in the background as well there, but has recovered. Ben driving well, just keeping to his lines. He's got a lot of pressure on him now with the 2 cars behind him. Let's go into the gooseneck. Harrison trying every line he can. Jake very sideways on the exit there. And they've both cost themselves time through that sector.
Ben's able to gap him a tiny bit. Just being smooth and consistent here can take you a long way.
Yeah,
Johnny Walker's just done Matt Davies. Oh no, they're back.
So they're going to be... Yeah, Matt Davis has made that move. So Matt back up into 13th. Just seen... Sorry, excuse me. Paul has taken half a second out Matt Johnson on that last lap.
He's just done his PB on that lap as well.
So I wonder if tyres or anything like that are just starting to come into play. They shouldn't do, really. Matt Johnston should have the advantage. He's the lighter car. But whether anything's been done with setup or whether it just genuinely was a mistake by Matt on that lap.
Possibly. We've seen him make a mistake earlier in the race as well. Could have been the same place.
Doesn't take much. Just hitting the curb at the wrong angle or carrying a little bit too much speed somewhere can cost you quite a bit of time around here. But yeah, that gap sort of well under a second now as Paul's really starting to press on this
Harrison's on the back of Ben.
Yeah, that gap's still close. We'll remain with the leaders for now. Down to 0.7. It's come into the bottom of the mountain. Paul using more of the curb on the inside there. He's gaining. He's got the lights ablaze. Oh, as Matt Johnson gets very sideways, that's going to cost him a little bit more time. Chucking it into the hairpin.
Really caught up.
Oh, Tom gets it wrong in the background, but not too badly. It's not going to cost him a position.
I hope he's got the underbody protection kit on that one.
So there we go, a 40.5 plays a 40.4 as we go on to our final lap. So the gap back out to about 9/10. So barring a mistake, I think this is probably going to be your order.
Yeah, Harrison still within a tenth of Ben.
We'll have a quick look at these guys. This
Come round the final corner.
Yeah, battle for second place in the AM
Yeah, that's
category.
hotting up as well, yeah. Oh, all the flashing. Harrison's obviously mapped a new button.
He's been learning from Joe, I think, with that
yeah,
one.
exactly.
As it go all through Charlie's 1 and into Charlie's 2.
Rob
Harrison
Fowler alongside Ross Parker.
Oh, we've got Harrison having a look, so...
Yeah. Ross back through.
Yeah, he's flashing. He's got the slipstream all the way down here. He's going to look to the inside. Ben holds the middle of the road. And Harrison sends it, but he's going to go wide.
He's going to go wide.
Just a perfect defence from Ben there.
Yeah.
Just held the car in the middle of the road, forced Harrison to make the move, and he did get it wrong, went wide. And he's just simply able to drive back down the inside.
He's really under pressure from Jake now. He's all over the back of him like a rash.
Yeah, so Ben has got that advantage now. Just needs to bring the car home, and that'd be a really good result for him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, would just cut back as Matt Johnston with a comfortable lead in the end.
I don't know, is Paul giving up or is he...
I think Paul had probably just backed off. So yeah, Matt Johnston takes the first race victory in front of Paul and Tom Simpkins. Matt Cross should be making his way through into 4th place now. We'll hold the camera here to see everyone through. So Dan Lewis does recover into 5th. There's Rob Fowler in front of Ross Parker there. 6th and 7th with Dave, your AM class winner. And Ben does hold on to that 9th place in front of Harrison and Jake Biggerstaff. We've got Colin holding off Matt Davis in the end. Just waiting for the last few drives now. Here comes Joe Challoner in front of John Walker. We'll be waiting for Craig Fulton next in the Hot Fuzz charity inspired livery, which we'll come on to very shortly. And then I think there's just Toby Owen that we're waiting for at the end. Yeah, just coming through the second to last. And then round barn corner goes Toby Owen to complete the race. So had a bit of a mare at the start, but fair play to him. He kept going. He's made his way round. As everyone takes out our safety car that's now holding up the session.
Car of unsafety.
And that should be, yeah, us through. So hopefully the server will tick over in a second and I will be able to get the grid formalised for the next race. So let us change that. Yeah, I'm going to say we do have the race, qualifying coming up on Friday and Saturday for our charity race. We're doing a big charity race on the 1st of May.
How do you remember all of this? You're like a sponge.
I try. I do most of the organising, so yeah. But yeah, so we will be doing 2 split practices, but we have plenty of places left on the grid if anyone wants to try and challenge themselves in the 12 hours of Imola. It is our race for the greater good, as we call it.
Kids Against Cancer.
Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, we're doing the 12 hours of Imola on the 1st of May. We're doing a separate qualification session just so we've got a little bit less time to spend in the rigs on race day. But yeah, we have that to look forward to. We also have our own endurance race coming up on Saturday, do we not, Ant?
We do. We've got the Pod Slip Boys, and at the same time as the SSRI 12-hour which we're competing in, which you can watch. Should be amazing and pretty boring. But we insist you come along to the Pod Slip Boys one. A lot more fun and a lot shorter.
Well, are you planning on streaming the 8 hours of Nürburgring?
Yes. I can put that on the Slip and Grip channel, or you can follow it on the Code Brown channel. Either way, you can find it in our Discord.
Yeah, we'll probably run it on the Code Brown one, but yeah, that would be. It might be quite interesting actually. I think there's going to be quite a few changes in the weather throughout that, so it might be a little more exciting than what we may actually think. But I think it's fairly healthy grid as well by all accounts. I think there's about 37 teams getting involved, so should be pretty good.
Excellent.
I believe that I'll be doing the first stint myself, and then I believe I've got a double stint later on, so that yourself and Alex can do the Pod Slip Boys.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
So
bit cheeky.
Well,
We've got to beat you in the championship at some point, haven't we? So
most people beat me in the championship nowadays.
not beat you up by a championship.
So let us put the server config in and save that, and hopefully we can do a restart. Tell the drivers that I'm resetting the server. Once that done,
You got it on a hotkey.
should do. If I was anything like organised, I could have everything on hotkeys, but I'm not that organised. I do everything the long way. But never mind. We need to set my feed up for yourself to have a look at as well.
Thank you very much.
There we go. So once the game has loaded, yep, we have 2 races according to the timetable. Everyone is starting to appear on the grid. And there we go. So I love it when everything just works for a change.
Yeah, it's quite refreshing. Makes you feel adequate.
Especially with ACC and all its quirks. With mods and stuff, the amount of mods that we do run. But,
yeah, this Cadwell Park circuit is a great one.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good, to be fair. I think the whole bend probably wants reprofiling a little bit, because leaping into the hairpin is not exactly realistic. That needs a little bit of reprofiling, but the rest of the track is pretty good in terms of its elevation changes, and even just some of the finer details. You see a lot of the MSV branding around everywhere, and it's pretty accurate to what I remember as well from all my visits to the track in terms of the signage and its placement, etc. So yeah, it's good. It is good to see. And say it's obviously not a track that we run off, and normally the cars that we're running are so powerful they do the whole bend section and just launch into the atmosphere. So it wasn't quite such an issue in these.
This type of track does really suit a classic car like an old Jag or an AC Cobra or something like that, or even minis. It'd be quite hilarious around here.
At the classic car meetings, the historic touring cars are brilliant around here. Like you say, Cortinas, Minis, Hillman-Ims, Mustangs, etc. They're good fun to watch. So the lights are on. We're ready to get away. Indeed, off we go. Little bit of a glitch for Tobio in the back. It's a fairly even start again. I think Paul is actually fully alongside, so he should be able to... No, he isn't. He's going to probably have to tuck in, or will he have a sneaky snifter down the inside? He thinks about it, but he's not able to make that move stick. So Matt Johnson does get himself out in an early lead, and Paul's having to defend. Yeah, Paul's having to defend from Matt Cross. Coming down Park Straight, all the guys streaming down. Dan Lewis having a look at Tom. There's a little bit of contact from Matt Cross on the rear of Paul there. Everyone is filing the way through nicely. Just see there's no incidents. There's a few cars side by side in the background. We've got Jake and Harrison. So Jake has made a position up, and Colin looking to get in on the action there as well. Not able to make a move though. So yeah, Jake made that move on Harrison. There's Joe having a look at the inside of Matt Davis, but thinks the better of it. He might actually lose out to Craig on the exit there.
Fantastic. They're all around the first part of the circuit again, cleanly.
Yeah, so we've got... Oh, John was having a good look down the inside of Toby, but that not working out for him there. It was a bit of a lunge.
Toby's off now.
Yeah, Collins had a mess at the bottom of the mountain as well, so he's going to go side by side with Craig, but Craig makes it through. Meanwhile, we'll just cut back to the leads just to see how everyone is getting on. Everyone appears to be filing through pretty unscathed, so yeah, really, really good again from all the drivers, giving each other enough room and just making the way through that opening lap, because it is very tricky. There's Ben and Jake alongside each other, so Jake will go down the inside. They both try to turn in there. Ben's all over the grass. He's cut across.
No.
But he's in the barrier. Is he going to be able to get that car going again?
Yes,
thankfully, he's managed to get the car going. It's not stuck in the barrier. The wheels do look a little bit... Oh, no, it does appear to be okay, but that's a real shame, that. So we see Matt Davis has been overtaken by Joe now. Yeah, just two cars trying to make it through turn one flat out. It's never really going to work. Let's go through the gooseneck there. Jake wide on the exit. Joe almost following him. Two wheels on the grass. Gonna try and get a run. Certainly going to have a look down into the bottom of the mountain by the looks of it. On the grass, he's definitely going to go wide.
Oh, how fast!
That's a terrible reach. Oh, that was a bit of a poor rejoin.
That was either a poor rejoin or absolutely superbly calculated.
No, it was. I think there was a bit of luck involved in that. Oh, he's in the air and he's in the barrier. He's fully round. Tobio, he's got nowhere to go. Okay. Nowhere to go, and he's in the barrier. I think Joe is. Oh, he is going to get that going again. It's done a J-turn. Yeah. Oh, poor Toby. Oh, Matt Johnston, I've just seen his name pop up. Oh, okay, that's really strange. I've just seen... I saw at the bottom...
crossed the line and glitched up.
Maybe
when he goes through the first sector, he'd be okay.
I saw his name pop up at the bottom of the screen saying a Steam notification to say that he joined the game. And obviously it's saying that he's a lap down.
But
so
he is winning.
I think there's a glitch. I think... Oh, his internet.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think his internet is... Yeah, you can see how badly that is lagging around the track now. So that has caused quite a glitch. And... all I can see is that this is going to be painful for me, because I'm probably going to have to set the grid for race 3. So yeah, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. So
hopefully as it goes across the line it will trigger.
I do fear it's going to keep him a lap down, but we shall have to wait and see. So Dan...
Johnny Walker's had an off.
Yes, he's dropped down to 15th. Tom is behind Dan Lewis as well. I can't remember if that's a new position gained or not. I seem to think that's a position gained, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, Matt Johnson's still a lap down according to the timing screen. So yeah, this is going to be painful for me. I'm going to have to get the entry list sorted out. But never mind, we'll carry on as it is for now. We'll just keep an eye. It's Dan Lewis pressing Matt Cross all the while. So this actually your battle for the third step of the podium. This time goes slightly wide there onto the grass. But he's sticking close by. Go through Chris Curve and they're going to go into the gooseneck now.
Yeah, so John Walker's just lost out to Ben Hanks. And they are 10 seconds off the back of the pack.
So John's lost it through turn one and into Charlie's. So yeah, not having a good time at all. Ben's still
pulling. I see Matt Johnson floating across my screen.
Yeah, we'll cut back to this battle for that final podium position.
Well, this is the race for 10th, really, isn't it? So with Paul Hayhoe and Matt Johnston being 9th and 10th respectively, this is going to be for 7th on the grid.
Oh,
reverse grid. Was it 12?
Yeah, I would say it's 12 actually. So yeah,
it's 12. So the old traditions of 10 have gone.
Yeah, so we try to run 12 depending on how many's in the server essentially. So if there's not that many cars, then obviously there's no point in doing 12 reverse because you would just do a full grid. So because we've got 17 runners, we do 12, so there's 5 people miss out, but does leave a good incentive for everyone. Let's just... whereas Matt Cross was really wide on the exit there. I was just going to cut back to the AM class, but I won't for the moment because Dan Lewis is going to go alongside. Matt Cross is deep and late on the brakes. He's going to go wide. Tom's going to have a big advantage here, and he does. Tom takes full advantage of Matt Cross's mistake. Rob Fowler's having a look as well.
Rob Fowler's going to send one up as well.
Rob Fowler is going to get that move done. Matt Cross lost so much momentum, and he's lost 3 places. Rob is going to go wide on the exit. He tries to he certainly thought about defending initially, but realised Matt was there. Oh, that's Paul.
Oh, that's
Paul Hayhoe. He's dropped it out of second place at the bottom of Mansfield there. So that is Paul down into 6th place. I keep having to remind myself that Matt is actually winning this race. So yeah, Paul has lost multiple positions there. Not sure what's happened. He must have done it on his own because no one else was near him.
Yeah, well, Matt Cross has also lost a lot of momentum off the back of Rob Fowler there, so I don't know what's happened as well.
Yeah, he's 2.6 off the back, so yeah, you're right, he has lost a load of time, so he must have had another mistake whilst was having a look at Paul. So yeah, Paul got some work to do, see if he can recover any of those positions. I will have a look at this battle for AM class honours. So Ross Parker in 6th there is in front of Dave Rose, who is leading the AM class at the moment, but Harrison having a really good drive in this race.
We're all waving at Dave.
We are waving at Dave. He needs to stop waving back though and concentrate on this race.
Yeah, that wave has cost him some aero. Ross has gapped him.
Oh, Paul is alongside Matt Cross there. Matt
Cross has gone defensive there and has gone right to the inside. Paul's going to cut back. He's going to be onside.
He's going to have to. I was going to say he's going to have to yield there because it was not
fully alongside.
Yeah. So yeah, Dave still has Harrison all over his rear bumper, filling up those mirrors. Harrison looking for the opportunity. Matt Davis is also caught Jake Biggerstaff in the background. You can see they're having a good battle as well. How is everyone else getting on? Everyone else is pretty much got their gaps at the moment. Rob is getting closer to Tom as well, a bit further up, so that would be the battle for the last step of the podium. Oh, as Harrison takes a completely different line to Dave that time round. He's going to lose time actually. Lose a few car lengths, so just cut back a little bit further up. Just see if Paul is able to do anything with Matt Cross. He was much quicker last time round through Coppice and the chap, both Charlies 1 and 2, because he got himself alongside at the bottom of Park Straight, and he looks quick again. Oh, he's too quick though. He's on the grass.
He's gonna keep it pinned. Yes, he is.
Oh, that's a real close battle up front. So
yeah,
Tom's with a late dive. He sends it down the inside. Gets the car.
Word, he made that stick.
Yeah. Dan, oh, there's contact. That's that is unfortunate. Dan is going to have to be careful. Try and get himself back. Oh, there's a bump.
Oh no, Dan.
Oh, Dan into the barriers.
Oh, Dan, that was so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, you could just see Tom hit the
little nudge. Yeah,
there was something on the curb on the inside, and it just sent him into the side of Dan. So Dan, he's going to lose out to Ross Parker there as well, I think, in the background. So yeah, there was quite a bit of argy-bargy in that.
We'll see if it gets stewarded up.
Yeah.
Watching them come through here is brilliant. It's so good. Oh, hey! Matt Cross sending it in his mini.
Lots of appropriately liveried car for this week after just having Easter Sunday. But yeah, that's it is a really good livery, that.
So what can Rob Fowler do about Tom Simpkins?
Yeah, so
and how far's Matt?
So
ahead?
Matt Johnston is not even in the
Can't
same
even
camera
see him.
shot. Look, that is how far he is in front.
That's a good 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's a big lead that he does have. This is the second to last lap, so Rob is having a look at Tom. Paul is having a look at Matt Cross. We've got Dan Lewis. Oh, actually, in fact, Paul is going to try and go round the outside, or is he going to try and switch it back?
He's going to cut back again.
He's going to go wide. That's what he's going to do.
I think Matt Cross has become wise to that move now as well.
Yeah, Matt definitely got it stopped. And Paul just ever so slightly late on the brakes, just went a tad wide and over the curb. He's using all of the track and then some. He's desperate to make them places back up. And we've got Dan Lewis back up the inside of Ross, but did not keep the momentum through the corner, and Ross able to retain his 6th position.
That was some clean racing there as well by the looks of it.
Yeah, nice.
Good respect amongst other people, or one another.
Yeah, there's all these guys grouped together, so some excellent racing overall. Ross goes a bit wide there. It wasn't the ideal line. Dan Lewis.
Whoa, it's a bit of touchy-feely touchy.
Well, everyone makes it through the corner, and these two really slowing each other up because Dave Rose is coming to join the party, and he's bringing Harrison, Jake Biggerstaff, and Matt Davis along with him. So this group
got the whole train with him.
It's the Parker train at the moment. And everyone is getting on board. We will cut back to these. Oh no, sorry, ignore me. I just saw the gap and realised it was Matt Cross off the back of Rob, not Rob off the back of Tom. So
yes.
Here comes Dan Lewis again, having a look round the outside.
Really late on the brakes. So's Ross. Ross
yeah,
is
he tried.
wide.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dan, you could see he was trying to make that switchback down the inside, but because Ross was late on the brakes, he just ended up drifting wide himself, so there was nowhere Dan could go.
Rose has lost out. Oh no, he's kept it.
He nearly lost out. Harrison made a move to try and gain that position and get that AM class win. Not able to. I'm just looking as well that Colin will be our pole position man at the moment. Where is Matt Johnston? So here is Matt Johnston, who
around the final turn
will actually be our winner in race 2.
with 7 laps down.
With 7 laps down, apparently, but
oh,
he's going.
He's got so much time. He's gone into the pits.
So he's showing off there. And goes through the pit lane. That's one way to win the race. Anyway, there is Tom coming home in second. We'll have a look. So everyone actually ended up holding station in that group in the Parker train. So
yeah, Joe's just got ahead of Ben Hanks here toward the back.
Oh.
Johnny Walker's still circulating.
So Colin is in 11th. Craig is going to take reverse grid pole in 12th.
Yeah.
Toby Owen will come home in 13th. I'm waiting for Joe, Ben Hanks and John Walker to come through.
Yeah, the guys that had big offs earlier on in this race.
Yeah, Ben really unfortunate in that incident with Jake.
I think there's some people exploring the infield.
I would imagine there is. No, that's not the one I wanted to press. I needed to take a screenshot quickly because I'm now going to have to set the grid up because of Matt's internet, so I will just wait for that to tick over.
So it's just flipped over for you, Andy.
Yeah, and indeed, Colin.
We've already got a ticket.
Oh dear. Yeah, because Craig. No, that looks to be right actually. Yeah, that has sort. Yeah, no, sorry, so it has done it right. Matt Johnston is starting 12th. All the cars jiggling with excitement there, ready to go on the grid. Yes.
Yes, it's worked. That's handy.
Yeah, so whatever happened with my my timetable, we can just ignore. Because yeah, Matt Johnson obviously finished first, so that's flipped him back to 12th place. So yeah, we're all good. So panic over. Evening, Ash. Thanks for joining in. Ready for race 3. So best race to join for.
I'm expecting some safety car action in this one.
Some sends. We're waiting for some sends. That's what we're waiting for. But yeah, we should just have probably just over a minute before the race does start. And say if anyone new is watching, thank you for joining us, and please give us a subscribe and like of the video. We do have our links in the descriptions for Discord, etc. If you fancy getting involved yourself, you can see that we do cater for all abilities, and as the feature has been in this series where we've got AM and Pro classes, so everyone has got something to aim for, as well as running ACC on a Sunday evening. We're currently doing the Lamborghini Super Trofeos as our championship on there, Haven't decided what we're going to do next after that. Possibly a GT4 championship again, but yeah, we'll announce that soon enough as the lights come on anyway. So let us get on with this. Can Colin make the perfect start? He's got Matt Davis alongside him. Jake Biggerstaff having a look already as well, as I need to change my camera set. Oh, is that Paul on the grass? Oh. That was Paul on the grass. Everyone filing through. There's a few cars touching the grass, but
it's much closer this time round.
Yeah, nobody wanting to give an inch. That's Colin wide. He's going to lose momentum. I think that's Harrison as well. So Harrison's going to lose out to Dave Rose already, is he? Potentially. So Matt Davis has made it to the front of this race. That's Jake Biggerstaff having a look down the inside. Matt's going to want to try and close that off if he can. There's a little bit of contact with Jake. There's contact again. Matt's forced on the grass, but he manages to recover. He does lose a couple positions, and there's more contact. They're all going to concertina. There's going to be carnage. This is a safety car. There's a safety car situation on that. Multiple cars involved in the incident. So yeah, we need a safety car. Oh, Colin has gone completely off circuit as well. So everyone will race round to the finish line. If you want to just park it there, just wait for the guys to come round. So everyone will race round. They'll cross the line and they'll join the back of the safety car train. So just trying to have a look at who indeed has actually benefited from all this carnage. So Tom Simpkins is up into 4th. So he's got Matt Johnston right on the back of him as well, and Paul. So Matt has managed to get himself back past Paul again, and he's right on the bumper of Tom. So Tom will be pretty happy actually that he's got himself up into 4th place at the moment. So we see there is Ant going round there, just bunching all the guys back up together. Ross is just making his way through turn 2 now, so you can probably bring the pace up a little bit. Oh, I would say you could bring the pace up. Everyone is causing carnage at the back. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Oh dear, I can see it on your screen there. Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully people get themselves back into position fairly quick. Colin's on his way, so yeah, you can probably bring the pace back up a little bit again now. And
accelerate to 100.
And then I will send a little message to say the safety car will be in this lap.
I can do that by turning my lights off.
Yep. So hopefully everyone will stay in line and pay attention to everything. Surprised there hasn't been more safety. Oh, as the safety car gets it wrong at the bottom of the mountain. Never mind. We'll ignore that, and it's definitely not on the stream.
My tyres are stone cold.
So
very weird
Jake
physics.
Now just beginning to back that pack up, so he's allowing Ant in the safety car to go as Toby Owens spins Rob Fowler. Alright, keep going, Ant. Do another lap. Yeah, another lap. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we're going to have to just safety car it again because, yeah.
They were away though.
They were, but whatever happened in Hull Bends there was just stupid because there was just cars piling into each other. So we'll try that again and hopefully they'll get it right this time.
Hopefully I'll get the mountain right this time.
Yeah. And sending the safety, not quite sending the safety car, he's nice
doing 70 miles an hour.
Yeah. A lot more out of that. So the grid has formed again, so hopefully I'll put safety car in again this lap. And hopefully the guys behave themselves this time round.
Right, lights out.
Yep, lights are out. So Jake will want to do what he did last time, really. He'll probably wait for you to go in Hall Bends, back the pack up.
Oh, it looks like someone went off a bit further back, actually.
Oh, that was Craig and Tobio. So yeah, I'm not doing another lap. If the guys mess it up again, then that's their own fault. Not asking much for people to just stay in a line and follow a safety car around, are we? So everyone does look to have kept it tidier this time. Jake is backing everyone up. He is backing that train up. He's letting you get going. So Jake will come out of Barn Corner and floor it. So yes, he has gone. He's managed to make enough of a gap. He's not going to have to worry about Dan Lewis into turn one. So it's a decent restart for Jake. He just touches the grass actually there. It doesn't.
Hopefully this will be nice and clean, because safety cars do breed safety cars.
Everyone in that group again. So Tom already trying to make moves. Oh, that was Jake.
That was Jake.
Jake has lost multiple positions there. So Matt Davis and Tom and Matt Johnston go through. Or is he? Because here comes Jake again, but he thinks the better of Tom. He is alongside Matt Johnston, and Paul's going to nudge him just because he had such a poor exit. And I think Paul's going to be desperately trying to find a way through as well. He's got Matt Johnston in front of him. Oh, Jake is going to get that wrong. That's going to go sideways, that car, and wide. So Paul will make that position up. Yes, he does. Here comes Joe as well. So Jake is going to lose another position. Rob Fowler's probably going to take advantage here as well.
After such a good safety car start, one touch of the grass has cost him.
Yes, cost him
8 places. 7 places.
Many. He's not giving up on this move with Rob though.
No.
And Rob leaves him the room, but he does actually get himself going. Toby Owen tried to make a quick dive down the inside as well, but it did not make it through. So Joe finally slots back into the pack.
Oh my word.
Matt
Davies is off. Has he become a victim of one of the jumps?
He took that jump too hard, and that has punted him right down the field to 14th. So not good for Matt Davies. So Dan Lewis, he was on the front row.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Dan Lewis has got himself a 1.8 second lead. Because of all that, and he's got Tom right behind him. Matt Johnston is going to be all over the back of Tom before long. He's 0.3 off, but we've seen how quick Matt has been tonight. But if there's one thing Tom is good at, it's defending his positions. We've seen it before from him, and if he can just keep the car nice and smooth and online, it is a tricky track to try and make the pass on. So Matt will have to work hard to get this. Paul is just off the back of him. I just saw, I think that was Jake again, was wide coming out of the gooseneck. So
keep it calm, Jakey boy.
Oh, Toby Owens lost out there. There goes John Walker.
Oh wow, yes.
On the grass as well. So he's near the marshalling station. He's going to rejoin dead last. Toby Owens lost another place there. So Matt Cross has made his way through. Harrison desperately looking for a way through in the sister car there. Matt Johnston is through. Yeah. Oh no, hang on. My timing screen's going. Leaderboard's going haywire again. So
no, it's
something
No,
went
it's
on.
right.
No,
Yeah,
it
there's a lot
was
of people
showing.
on the grass.
Yeah, it was showing position changes, but no,
Yeah.
Tom is still in second,
Yeah.
and Matt Johnson
And
is
also,
third.
because I think Matt Davies had a bit of an off coming up the mountain. This lap as well, he managed to cut across the grass this time instead of spinning up the hill. I don't know if that managed to massively lead him up a bit.
So whatever went on in the whole bend section between the three cars here, it has meant that they've all bunched right up, and Paul is desperately having a look for an overtake on Matt. He hasn't been able to do it so far this evening. He's got another opportunity in this race, but not able to make it stick. Ross Parker's gone tumbling down the order as well, so must have been a mistake from him. Oh, Joe is well off the circuit in the background as well. He's never going to get that stop.
Back it in, Joe.
So he's all over the grass. That's going to be a couple positions lost for him as he launches it across the grass back onto the circuit, and he'll come out in front of Craig and Matt Cross there. And that was a move on Rob Fowler by Jake.
Yeah.
He was over the curbs. He was all over the curbs. That car out of shape. He's going to have to wait for the grid. He's going to reverse and try and line himself up a bit better to get going again. But he is right at the back of the grid again, so it's been a disaster of a race for Jake. Meanwhile, Matt Johnston has made the move on Tom, so somewhere in that whole bend section,
that was sneaky.
Matt has managed to work his way through. He was 7/10 quicker than Tom on that lap.
It must have been a mistake.
Yeah, you would think so. So Tom, he's touched the grass again, but he's managed to recover it.
Paul Hayhoe is now smelling blood as well. Or Red Bull.
As he comes down Park Straight, Paul.
Well, there's someone a long way off at the back.
That looks to be Toby Owen, according to my leaderboard, who's dropped down the pecking order. So
we be towing Toby Owen.
Matt Cross has made a move on Craig as well. It looks like he's gone right round the outside, but he has got that move done. So that's Matt Cross up into 7th place.
Yeah, totally ninjaed him there.
Yeah, just looking, Craig is actually leading the AM class at the moment. So he's got his son Harrison behind him in 9th place, who's second of the AMs, and Dave Rose will be third at the moment in front of Ben Hanks. That your AM class, guys. So Dan Lewis with that 3.9 second advantage as it is now. As these guys are all bunching up again in the whole bends. Tom has got a switchback there through the hairpin, has he? No, not quite. He did get the car turned, but it wasn't able to drag himself up the inside into Barn Corner. Ben Hanks has lost a load of places, and Dave Rose, so I'm guessing those two guys have probably had a bit of a coming together, so they're just recovering, so they're now at the back of this grid. Meanwhile, we'll just cut back to this group. Our top 3 in the championship, nose to tail on the penultimate lap. Just see Rob Fowler off on the grass in the background as well there.
Yeah, Paul's all over him.
Yeah, Paul.
Wonder how long it'll be where he'll pick his moment. Would he wait for Tom to make a mistake?
Oh, sorry. God, that bloody lag of Matt.
Even
God,
though that's really going to upset Tom. That's Tom right off.
Which it will do. That's really not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps telling me that I'm getting Steam pop-ups to say that Matt Johnston's joining the game. So yeah, that's really. It has actually disconnected. Yeah, it has disconnected that time through. So yeah, that is completely gone. So that's really thrown me. That was pretty terrible. So
hey, but look, he's in the lead now.
Well, no, Dan Lewis is still leading this race. Oh,
And he
sorry,
will go
yeah, Matt
through
Johnston,
now.
yeah.
There we are.
Yeah, so Dan Lewis with a massive advantage as they go onto this last lap. So Tom has now just got to defend. He doesn't need to worry about attacking. Unfortunately, Matt Johnston's had that internet issues. So he's out of this race.
Oh, I bet Tom's glad to see, not in a nasty way, but to see Matt out of the race with that internet lagging. That must be so off-putting.
Makes his life a lot easier for certain. So we will just have a look, or keep an eye on these guys as they're finishing off this race, the last lap that we're on. Thank you to the 4 people that are watching at the moment. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Matt Davis has made a move on Harrison. Jake has made a move on Toby Owen. Yeah, I think you're right, Ash. It was more like Flight Simulator than a racing simulator for Matt on that lap. So Paul's still sticking to Tom, but running out of places to be able to make a move. He's got a great run up the mountain though. Tom gets it all wrong, and Paul is going to get himself through. So I've cursed Tom again. I was saying there was nowhere to really make an overtake, but a great run through the bottom of the mountain for Paul. Tom tries to rally cross it.
Really trying. Don't know if that was intentional or a little bit of a wayward rear end.
I think he'll just be upset that he managed to cost himself that. So apologies, Dan, we didn't follow you across the line, but Dan Lewis does take the victory in front of Paul and Tom Simpkins.
As well.
Rob Fowler comes home 4th in front of Joe Challoner and Matt Cross. Here comes Craig in 7th to take the AM class victory in this race in front of Matt Davis. Harrison Fulton holding off Colin Dunn and Ross Parker there. Jake, who had a bit of a mare of the race, comes home 12th in front of Toby Owen. Dave Rose and Ben Hanks. And then we've just got John Walker to come through and complete the run-in for us, with Matt Johnston being out of this race. And overall, a really good race that time through. Especially that battle between Matt Johnston, Tom and Paul. And that will cover us.
That was good racing. I better go see what carnage has happened over the hill.
Off you go. So, yeah, that will do us. So I will exit out of the server for us and close out this stream. So, yeah, thank you to the guys that have followed watched the stream tonight. It's been good, been some cracking racing. As we say, we've got Positive Slip Boys coming up on Saturday, which there is plenty of grid slots still available if you want to get involved with that. It's a 2.4 hours of Donington, so teams event with driver swaps. Ant will be streaming our 8-hour efforts in the SSRI endurance race. That will be starting at 1 o'clock, and we are racing.
Yes, and I'm still on Twitch with that, so different platform.
That's over on Twitch. And what else we got? Are we racing on? I think Sunday there's the Super Trofeos, if I remember right. So there's the Super Trofeos on ACC. Again, there's still grid slots available for that. If not, we will be back next week for round 6 of the Clio Cup. So we've just got 3 rounds to go with that, and then we'll be going into our Ginetta G40 Championship following that, which will be on all American circuits, so complete change for us, but should be really good racing nonetheless. And then stick around for this space. As I say, in the description for the video is links to our Discord and other socials. I think Facebook's on there. Discord being our main place to be for getting any information that you need if you want to come get involved with us. And Facebook, we do put the occasional post and that out there. There probably will be some extra stuff going up soon for links to donate for our charity race, our big charity race coming up. So Thanks for joining me on commentary duties and safety car tonight, Anne.
Yes, I'm very sorry I couldn't do a better job.
No, nonsense. Nonsense. It's nice to have someone join in with me, so I'm not sat on my Todd each and every week. But yeah, no, appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Cool. So, just means to say then, a good evening to everyone, and bye for now.
Goodbye now. Wave at Dave.
Wave at Dave.